Money is not just about numbers, bank accounts, or financial transactions. It is energy. It flows where it is invited, where it is appreciated, and where it is respected. The reason most people struggle with money is not because they lack intelligence or opportunities, but because they have a negative relationship with it. They see it as scarce, as something that is difficult to obtain, or as something that only a lucky few can accumulate. But in reality, money follows belief. What you believe about money will determine how much of it you attract, how well you manage it, and how freely it flows into your life. If you want to attract more money, you must start by shifting your mindset. Most people have been conditioned since childhood to think about money in limiting ways. Maybe they grew up hearing that money doesn't grow on trees, that rich people are greedy, or that you have to work hard just to get by. These beliefs sink deep into the subconscious mind and shape financial behavior. They create a reality where earning money feels like a struggle, where wealth feels out of reach, and where financial growth seems impossible. But the truth is, none of these beliefs are facts. They are just mental programs that people run over and over again, reinforcing their financial limitations. The moment you decide to change your beliefs about money, you change your financial destiny. One of the most powerful ways to shift your mindset is to recognize that money is not evil, nor is it difficult to attract. Money is a tool. It is a resource that allows you to create impact, to help others, and to live a life of abundance. When you stop seeing money as something to chase and start seeing it as something that flows naturally to those who align with it, everything changes. Instead of feeling desperate for money, you begin to expect it. Instead of worrying about lack, you focus on abundance. And when your mind is set on abundance, you naturally start to take actions that create financial success. Gratitude is one of the fastest ways to shift your relationship with money. When you focus on what you already have, you train your mind to see wealth instead of lack. Every single day, take a moment to acknowledge the financial blessings in your life, whether it's a steady income, a roof over your head, or even the ability to buy food and essentials. Gratitude shifts your energy, and money is energy. The more you appreciate what you have, the more open you become to receiving more. People who constantly complain about money, who focus on debts, and who stress over every bill create a vibration of scarcity, and scarcity repels money. But those who appreciate every dollar, who celebrate financial wins, no matter how small, attract more of it. Another key to shifting your money mindset is to visualize financial success. Most people never take the time to picture themselves as wealthy, financially free, or in total control of their income. Instead, they see themselves struggling, worrying, or barely getting by. But if you can't see yourself as financially successful in your mind, how can you ever expect to manifest it in reality? Every day, take a few minutes to close your eyes and imagine yourself living in financial abundance. See yourself making money effortlessly, receiving unexpected opportunities, and growing your wealth. Feel the emotions of success, confidence, excitement, and security. The subconscious mind does not distinguish between imagination and reality. When you train your mind to expect wealth, you begin to act like a wealthy person, and that shifts everything. Eliminating negative self-talk about money is also crucial. Many people unknowingly sabotage their financial growth by saying things like, "I'm broke, I can't afford that," or "money is so hard to come by." These words reinforce financial struggle. Instead, replace them with empowering statements like, "Money flows to me easily. I always find new opportunities," or "I am a magnet for financial success." Words create beliefs, and beliefs create reality. When you change your language, you change your financial experience. Surrounding yourself with wealth-minded individuals also helps shift your money mindset. If you spend time with people who constantly complain about financial problems, you will naturally adopt the same mindset. But if you surround yourself with people who see money as an opportunity, who talk about investments, growth, wealth and abundance, your perspective will shift. Learn from those who have mastered the art of financial success. Read books on wealth creation, listen to successful entrepreneurs, and study the habits of financially free individuals. When you expose yourself to new ways of thinking, you naturally elevate your own financial mindset. Another powerful exercise is to reframe financial challenges as opportunities. Instead of seeing bills as burdens, see them as proof that you are capable of providing for yourself. Instead of viewing financial setbacks as failures, see them as lessons that are teaching you how to become stronger, smarter, and more resourceful. Every financial situation you encounter is a reflection of your mindset. When you learn to approach money with confidence and a sense of control, you will find that money starts to flow to you more easily. Money is simply a reflection of value. The more value you create in the world, the more money will flow into your life. This means that instead of focusing on lack, focus on contribution. Ask yourself, how can I provide more value? How can I solve bigger problems? How can I serve more people? The most successful people in the world are those who constantly find ways to offer value, whether through business, innovation, or service. When you shift your focus from scarcity to contribution, you naturally attract wealth. Finally, one of the most important shifts you can make is to act as if you are already wealthy. This does not mean spending recklessly or pretending to have money you don't. It means carrying yourself with confidence, making smart financial decisions, and expecting financial success. Wealthy people think long-term. They invest in themselves, they take calculated risks, and they continuously seek growth. By adopting these habits now, you align yourself with financial abundance before it even arrives. Shifting your money mindset is the first and most critical step to attracting financial success. When you eliminate limiting beliefs, practice gratitude, visualize abundance, speak with confidence, and take bold actions, money will no longer feel like a struggle. It will flow into your life naturally, effortlessly, and consistently. Taking massive action is the key to transforming your financial reality. Too many people wait for the perfect opportunity, the perfect moment, or the perfect plan before they start taking action. But success doesn't come to those who wait, it comes to those who move. When you commit to massive action, you break through fear, hesitation, and doubt, and you create momentum that pulls money into your life. The truth is, the fastest way to attract money is to put yourself in motion. Instead of sitting back and thinking about what you want, you must step forward and start creating it. Most people don't realize that their financial situation is a direct result of their actions or lack of action. They say they want more money, but they don't do anything differently to earn it. They complain about financial struggles, but they continue the same habits that keep them stuck. If you want to change your financial situation in 9 days, you have to take action every single day. You have to break out of old patterns and start making new, bold moves. This means doing the things that most people avoid. It means stepping outside your comfort zone, reaching out to new opportunities, and putting yourself in situations where financial success is possible. The key is to focus on income-generating activities. Too often, people get caught up in busy work that doesn't actually move them forward. Checking emails, organizing files, planning endlessly. None of these things bring in money. What brings in money is offering value, solving problems, and making connections. If you want to attract more money, you must take actions that directly create financial opportunities. This could mean reaching out to potential clients, offering a new service, negotiating a better salary, or launching a side hustle. Whatever it is, the goal is to take real, measurable steps toward increasing your income. Every single day, you must challenge yourself to do something that moves you closer to financial abundance. It doesn't matter if you feel ready. It doesn't matter if you have doubts. What matters is that you take action, because action creates confidence. When you take bold steps, even if they scare you, you start to build momentum. You start to prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you thought, and the more you take action, the more opportunities you create. One of the biggest mistakes people make is waiting for motivation before they act. They think they need to feel inspired, energized, or confident before they start taking action. But that's not how success works. Motivation doesn't come before action, it comes after. When you take action, you create results. When you see results, you feel motivated to keep going. The more you move, the more momentum you build, and the more natural success becomes. The other critical piece is consistency. Taking massive action for one day and then falling back into old habits won't create lasting financial change. You have to show up every single day with the same intensity and commitment. Success is not about one big breakthrough. It's about showing up day after day and doing the work. If you take one action today and another tomorrow and you keep stacking those actions, soon you will have built a foundation for financial success that cannot be shaken. Fear is the biggest obstacle that holds people back from taking action. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of making mistakes, but fear is nothing more than an illusion. It's a story. Shifting your mindset around money is one of the most powerful things you can do to attract financial abundance. Too many people carry limiting beliefs about wealth that hold them back from achieving the financial success they desire. They grow up hearing phrases like money doesn't grow on trees, rich people are greedy, or you have to work extremely hard just to get by. These beliefs get deeply embedded in the subconscious mind and shape every financial decision a person makes. The problem is that these beliefs are often based on scarcity and fear rather than truth. If you believe that making money is difficult, you will always struggle financially. If you believe that wealth is reserved for a select few, you will never see yourself as one of them. If you believe that money is the root of all evil, you will subconsciously push it away even when opportunities present themselves. The first step in shifting your mindset is to recognize that money is simply a tool. It is neither good nor bad. It amplifies who you already are. If you are generous, having more money will allow you to give more. If you are resourceful, money will help you create even more opportunities. The key is to stop seeing money as something that controls you and start seeing it as something you control. One of the most effective ways to reprogram your mind for wealth is to develop a mindset of abundance. Abundance means knowing that there is more than enough money, success, and opportunity to go around. It means believing that you are capable of achieving financial freedom and that nothing is stopping you except your own beliefs. People with an abundance mindset see possibilities everywhere. They don't focus on limitations, they focus on solutions. They don't get discouraged by temporary setbacks because they know success is inevitable when they stay committed. Developing this mindset requires actively replacing negative thoughts with empowering ones. Whenever you catch yourself thinking, I can't afford this, reframe it as, how can I afford this? This simple shift changes your brain from focusing on lack to focusing on opportunities. Instead of saying, I'll never be rich, tell yourself, I am learning to create wealth every day. The words you speak and the thoughts you think shape your reality. By consistently reinforcing positive financial beliefs, you will start attracting opportunities that align with them. Another crucial shift is to stop trading time for money. Most people are taught to think in terms of hourly wages or salaries. They believe that the only way to make more money is to work more hours or get a small raise. But the most successful people in the world understand that wealth is created by delivering value, not by clocking in more hours. They focus on creating multiple streams of income, investing in assets, and building businesses that generate revenue even when they aren't actively working. This shift requires thinking long-term instead of looking for quick fixes or easy money. Develop skills that allow you to earn more. Invest in personal development, financial education, and relationships that can help you grow. The more you expand your abilities, the more valuable you become, and the more money will flow to you effortlessly. Fear is one of the biggest obstacles to financial success. People fear losing money, making mistakes, or failing in their financial endeavors, but fear is just an illusion. It only has power if you let it stop you. The most successful people have all experienced financial failures, but they didn't let those failures define them. They used them as stepping stones to learn, adjust, and grow stronger. The key is to develop a mindset that embraces challenges rather than avoiding them. One of the fastest ways to shift your mindset around money is to surround yourself with people who have already achieved financial success. Your environment shapes your beliefs more than you realize. If you spend time around people who struggle financially and constantly complain about money, you will adopt that same mindset. But if you spend time with people who think big, take risks, and create wealth, you will start to see what is possible for you. The people who achieve massive financial success are not necessarily the smartest, luckiest, or most talented. They are simply the ones who believe it is possible and take action toward it. They condition their minds for wealth by reading books, listening to mentors, and constantly expanding their financial knowledge. They know that success is not about working harder, it is about thinking differently. A powerful practice to shift your mindset is visualization. Every day, take a few minutes to close your eyes and picture yourself living in financial abundance. See yourself making confident financial decisions, attracting opportunities, and enjoying the freedom that comes with wealth. Feel the emotions of success as if it has already happened. Your mind does not know the difference between imagination and reality, so when you consistently visualize financial success, you start attracting the circumstances that match that vision. Gratitude is another key factor in rewiring your financial mindset. When you focus on what you lack, you create more scarcity. But when you focus on what you already have, you open the door to more abundance. Make it a habit to appreciate every financial win, no matter how small. Celebrate the money that comes into your life, even if it's just a few dollars. The more grateful you are, the more you train your mind to see opportunities rather than obstacles. Ultimately, money is just energy. It flows to those who respect it, manage it well, and believe they deserve it. By shifting your mindset from scarcity to abundance, from fear to confidence, and from limitation to possibility, you change the way money moves in your life. When you think like a wealthy person, act like a wealthy person, and make decisions like a wealthy person, financial success becomes inevitable. Giving and generosity are often overlooked when it comes to attracting money, but they play a crucial role in financial success. Many people operate from a mindset of scarcity, believing that if they give, they will have less. But the truth is that giving is one of the most powerful ways to create abundance. When you give, you send a message to yourself and the universe that you have more than enough. You shift from a mindset of lack to a mindset of plenty, and that shift has a direct impact on the opportunities and financial rewards that come your way. Successful people understand that money is meant to flow. It is not something to be hoarded or held onto out of fear. When you give, you create space for more money to come into your life. This doesn't mean giving recklessly or without thought. It means giving with intention, giving in ways that align with your values, and giving in a way that uplifts others. It could be donating to a cause you care about, supporting someone in need, or even sharing your knowledge and expertise with others who can benefit from it. One of the biggest misconceptions people have is that they can only give when they have a lot. They think, I'll start giving when I'm rich, or once I have enough, then I'll help others, but this mindset keeps them stuck. Giving is not about the amount, it's about the habit. Even if you only have a little, giving a portion of it creates a powerful shift in your relationship with money. It tells your mind that you already have enough, that you are capable of more, and that you are in control of your financial future. The act of giving also creates goodwill, and goodwill leads to opportunities. When you give, people remember. When you provide value without expecting anything in return, people want to help you, support you, and do business with you. Many of the most successful entrepreneurs and wealthiest individuals in the world credit their financial success to their commitment to giving and serving others first. They understand that by helping others succeed, they naturally open the doors to more success for themselves. Beyond financial giving, generosity with your time, energy, and knowledge is just as powerful. When you share what you know, when you mentor others, and when you contribute in ways that make a difference, you create relationships and connections that can lead to financial growth. Business deals, partnerships, and unexpected opportunities often come from the simple act of helping someone without expecting anything in return. A key part of this principle is the law of reciprocity. When you give value, people feel a natural inclination to give back. It may not always come in the way you expect, but the energy of giving always finds its way back to you. Sometimes it's through a new opportunity, sometimes it's through an unexpected financial gain, and sometimes it's through a connection that changes the course of your career or business. The more you give, the more you receive, not as a transaction, but as a natural consequence of how energy and abundance work. Another important aspect of giving is gratitude. When you appreciate what you have and express that appreciation through giving, you reinforce the idea that you are already abundant. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, and when you focus on abundance, you attract more of it. Many people who struggle financially are constantly thinking about what they don't have. They are focused on debts, bills, and the money they wish they had. But when you shift your mindset to gratitude and giving, you start to see the wealth and opportunities already around you, and that shift leads to more financial success. Some of the wealthiest people in history, people like Andrew Carnegie, John D. Rockefeller, and modern-day billionaires like Warren Buffett and Bill Gates, have all made giving a major part of their financial philosophy. They understood that money is a tool for impact, and that by using it to serve others, they could create even greater wealth. Even Tony Robbins himself, despite growing up with financial struggles, made a commitment early on to feed families in need. He started small, but